Hi everyone, this is video number 3 about transmuting sexual trauma. It's like a video series that I made. If you haven't watched video number 1 and 2, please do it now, because you won't understand what I'm talking about in this video if you won't probably. I mean, you will, but it'll be easier if you will watch them, I think. So today we're going to talk about the alchemical process of a sex priestess and what a sex priestess does in the temple in order to heal and transmute sexual energies and traumas. So yeah, let's begin. You can transmute and shift sexual trauma by another method, and it is to use time travel. Like, we call it time travel, but it is really like time travel. So time or / dimension travel, because really there is no time, and when we time travel, we go to another dimension, another version of us that is existing in this present moment. So that's a very complex process when it comes to healing sexual trauma. It's an easy, fun process generally, but it's when you're trying to heal sexual trauma, it's a more evolved, and like I would need a few sessions with a person usually to do that process, but it's really helpful. It's done usually with the help of a therapist or another someone else outside of you, basically. At least in the first, stages of healing your trauma, you really need that support to let go, because even the cells of your body are so used to holding on to that trauma to protect you that it's going to be hard for them to let it go. So it's really helpful. So some people have the natural gift and they can do it by themselves. Some people use psychedelics. But again, I feel like when people are trying to rush the process, it's not really conducive at the end. And you really do need to take the time with sexual trauma healing. But it does work if you do it right. So yeah, you can reverse trauma that way. And there is a way to even, this is another method that the priestess of the temple have taught me, where and this is not, these are, most of the stuff I'm going to talk about in this video are not something I recommend for you to do. You won't be able to know how to do them anyway. I'm sharing with you temple priestess work because my mission is to bring back the temple. I want to build the temple one day. I want to bring back that divine feminine essence into the world. And I want to teach people how to use their divine powers naturally. So I'm sharing with you these things, but we do need to have an initiation, and people do need to prepare themselves for the power of the temple. So there is a way to actually enter the consciousness of the person who committed the abuse or whatever, the perpetrator, and shifting it completely. So that's what I meant when I said in the other video that, a woman can actually manipulate and control and shift all the sexual energies. So even with rape. So when a man enters your body, because when you have sex with a man, he enters your body. And whether if you're a man or a woman that's being perpetrated by a masculine, with a penis, let's just call it like that, or in any way, really, it can happen in so many ways. Unfortunately, when you are penetrated in any way with a dark sexual energy that you don't like, it's stored in your womb. And your womb is the entire universe. It's literally the entire cosmos. So everyone and everything is inside your womb. Now, once you, as a sex priestess, as a woman, you don't even have to be a sex priestess. Not all women are sex priestesses. If you as a woman are connected to your divine feminine force, to your womb power, you're connected to the entire universe. That means you're connected to every person on this planet. And that means you're connected to the energy of your perpetrator. And that means that if you do your work right and you prepare your vessel right, you can manipulate his energy completely. Now, this is not about dark magic. This is not about baneful magic. This is not about hurting anyone else. This is about shifting and changing and transmuting that dark sexual energy that they have tried to take away from you. Okay? And again, this is why I'm saying I am not teaching how to do it right now, because most people are not ready for it. And this is also a technique that a woman will not be taught in the temple before she heals all the wounds, because a sex priestess is not going to do that work unless it's it's a man who needs a good lesson. But like, she won't do that work if she's still full of hate or anger towards the perpetrator. So there is a whole process to go through, but I'm giving you the possibility. I'm giving you the potential of your power. Let me say this. No woman on this planet is a victim. There is no woman that is a victim. And I say woman because women are the universe. We hold the universe within ourselves. We are so powerful. We are so beyond powerful. So you cannot be a victim. Yes, you can have awful experiences, awful traumas. Absolutely. We all have traumas in many ways, but you're not a victim. So change that mentality. That's the first step of changing and transmuting sexual trauma, is to understand you're not a victim. Okay. So, also, the most of the methods, again, from the temple require the guidance of a sex priestess or a professional guide. And that's why I am literally being guided by the Sisters of the Temple in everything I do. So the more complex healing techniques of the temple are still, it's still unknown to humans, because we have been completely, all the information and knowledge that the temple has been teaching, it's been completely forgotten and wiped out from our society. And yeah, I'll talk about more in the future if you want me to talk about the temples themselves and history. I mean, there's no past or anything, but I'm saying history. So, yeah, so I myself cannot even use most of the methods I'm being taught. I always have to have the temple's permission and also guidance, because even me, as a sex priestess who have done the initiation in the temple, I am still a woman living in this time space, and I am not fully perfect. Well, perfect, but what's the word I want to use? Basically, I can't do it by myself. Like, I still need the guidance of the Sisters of the Temple, because I'm, as much as I try to prepare myself and to give myself to the work of the temple, I still must remember that, I live in this very dense reality that is controlled still by the dark masculine force. So yeah, so again, for women who have been sexually abused or molested or raped, society really likes to call you victims, and we are not victims in any way. No woman on the planet is a victim, like I said. And this is why it's so important to understand, to really understand and grasp the sexual power that women and men have, which is very different sexually. It's very different. And I know in this society, we want to say this is equal, we're equal. Yeah, no, we're not. Okay. We are both equally respected and we are both equally important, but we do not have the same abilities, powers, work to do on the planet. But if we both understand the work and the essence that we hold as masculine and feminine, we can come, first of all, we can have a better sacred union. And that's going to affect the entire planet. And we can do our work better. So yes, it's important to understand the feminine and the masculine. It's so important because guess what? It's controlling us whether we like it or not. We are in this dimension right now, in the dimension of polarity, whether we like it or not. There is masculine and feminine forces. And there are divine and dark forces. And we cannot play this game of polarity anymore. We must understand it, be aware of it, and unite these powers in a wise way with the right knowledge. And if we begin to use sex in a more divine way, we will live in paradise. And our reality is going to be completely different. And I hope that what's happening now with this virus in the world is going to be the wake-up call we needed to wake up. So, all right. So one last thing. So remember, I'm going to just repeat this. So when a man enters a woman's body, whether it be from just, them having sex and having fun together, or if she's been raped, if she's been penetrated, she's in control. Okay? You are holding this man's life force inside your womb right now. And this is what I mean by time travel too, when we do healing work with sexual trauma, is that we go back in time to that moment of penetration and we suck. The word suck actually really works well here. We suck away the life force of the man. Because what a man does when he rapes a woman, he wants to take the life force from her. Okay? This is true by the way, for any rape or sexual abuse. When someone rapes a child, for example, they want to take the essence of that child, because sex is a portal. So when we rape someone, when we abuse someone sexually, we actually want to create a portal. Subconsciously, we do that. We don't, people don't know that they're doing it, but they're doing it. And they want to take their life force away. So really, men want to take the power from the woman when they rape her. So what we do is we go back to that essence. And this is again why a woman needs to be prepared, why she needs to clean her vessel, because her womb needs to, physically and emotionally and spiritually, your womb has to be prepared for that moment, okay, of sucking away the life force of that man. Because if you don't do it right, you are going to create even more chaos and even more baneful energy in the world. And that's why a priestess has to go through initiation. She has to know how to work with these energies. This is not a joke, okay? This is not something to play with. This is not something to use so you can get back at your ex-boyfriend who cheated on you. No. You have to be smart about this, okay? Because you will create chaos in your life if you don't do this right. Okay, like any magic, really, you will create chaos if you don't do it right. So we're not here to do baneful magic. We're not here to hurt anyone. We are here to take back our power that's been taken away from us by sexual trauma. So I hope this helps. This has been a lot, and I know I finally have created these videos for you. It's just sexual trauma is difficult subject to talk about, and a lot of people don't even want to talk about it because it's so difficult to talk about. But I hope this gives you a little bit of hope, a little bit of power, a little bit of understanding how sexual energies work so that you can take your power back and do it in a wise, loving, divine way. Because we don't need more darkness in the world, honestly, people. We really don't. So I love you so much. Please leave me a comment and let me know if this resonated with you, if this helped. Tell me what you like the most about this information that I shared with you right now. And please subscribe and share. And I love you so much, guys. I love you, sisters. And I am a priestess of the temple. I am a servant of the mother. And I pray for the awakening of all men, women, and children on planet Earth. Thank you.